Brynmawr, Jewel of the Valleys, set up at 1200 feet on the eastern side at the top of the Welsh valleys. Brynmawr has the market square where it has 7 roads that interject at this place. The reason being is that the ironworks at Brynmawr, Nantiglow, Clydach and Sarawi needed to get the finished product in the form of perhaps iron rails to the Breconshire Canal at Gilwan and Lamfoist. Brynmawr has some wonderful areas surrounding it. To the north it has the wonderful Brecon Beacons National Park. To the south, Brynmawr World Heritage Site, and to the east, the Usk Valley, which is accessed through the Clydach Gorge, which is equal to New England in the fall with its wonderful natural fauna and civil engineering that has gone on through the gorge over the years. To the east, we have the Aneurin Bevan Monument, the founder of the NHS, and then on to the Welsh valleys. Brynmawr has some wonderful panoramic views on the mountainside, and the reason is that there are very little trees. The industrialists used the trees in the iron to produce charcoal and in the coal face for pit props. It is memorialized in Alexander's trilogy of books, The Rape of the Fair Country. There are the 7 to 8 roads that interject at Brynmawr Market Square. Brynmawr, another wonderful spectacular views would be the Havard Tram Road. In approximately 5 miles, you see 4 counties. Starting at Brynmawr Comprehensive, you start in Blaen y Gwent, you can see Torfaen, then Monmouthshire and Breconshire, which is now Powys, with wonderful views into the Clydach Gorge, the Usk Valley and the Brecon Beacons National Park. At the top of the Clydach Gorge, we have the new Jack Williams Gateway to Wales and the Valleys Bridge, with all the historical interest on this little painting. Through the gorge, it started hundreds of years ago when they brought the railway up, rising 400 to 500 feet in 1 to 2 miles. On the other side, you have the whole Rock Road. And in the 60s, we had the 3-lane motorway that came up. Wonderful civil engineering. And now we have the wonderful dual carriageway where the civil engineering changes every 1 to 200 meters. This is Alexander Cordell's trilogy of books, starting with The Rape of the Fair Country. We have wonderful walks in the area. These are all available on Blaen y Gwent County Borough Council's web site. Brynmawr even has its own historical walk if you want to get the brochure. In the Clydach Gorge, there are some wonderful places to look at and see. This is on one side of the valley of the Clydach Gorge. and this is on the other side. Another interesting thing to see with some wonderful vantage points if you did do the walk are the religious stones. Again, starting in Brynmawr and at the comprehensive, there are various stones that are inscribed on the mountain. The story I heard was a chap called Jack Rushton who has engraved these stones, and he has his initials put on the Lonely Shepherd. The story I like to tell is that there was a guy that was a stonemason on the Disgwylfa tram road, which is approximately 800 meters above the Harvard one you're on. He was a stonemason and he had a bereavement, and in his lunchtime he engraved these stones. And he wasn't a stonemason in the true sense. He was a man that made the stones flat for the rails to fit properly on them.